I am Sharon Jackson, and I am located in Millbrook, Alabama. I'm the owner and operator of Array of Light Home Care, where we believe in child development and the 5 essentials of child development. I became interested in Farm to ECE some 5 years ago, where I began a learning collaborative, and I wanted to teach my children what gardening was and to show them that gardening can be an art. And so through that, we have collaborated with several programs, leading and guiding us on teaching children the essentials of gardening.
My name is Bianca Lindsay, and I am from Chicago, Illinois. I'm here in Alabama by way of marriage and the military, and I'm a master gardener. Every month, we have a virtual gardening program, and the good part is I just get to share what I've learned about being a master gardener, and I also research any topics that the home daycare providers bring up. We get to teach and influence those young minds. You know, everybody seems to think that children aren't able to inhale information and to learn, oh, but my gosh, they're baby sponges. So if we could teach them at young ages about growing their own foods and changing their palates, we have a win-win. We're looking at early childhood prevention of any diseases that can come later on in life. I also have a background in nutrition, so it's really near and dear to me. And as a society, we need to get better with what we put in our mouths.
I actually thought that I could not produce anything that dealt with soil or dealt with seeds. And as learning with Miss Bianca as my guide, we began to grow into play in dirt and realizing that my children love to play in dirt. So it just has really become one of our passions to do it. Prior to doing this, I did a little bit. My mother is a gardener by nature, so she can grow anything. And so just being fondest memories way back, helping to pick peas in a neighbor's field and watermelons and those type things, but maybe digging little holes and trying it, but nothing massive, nothing like this.
So not only am I a master gardener, I am also an advanced master gardener. I specialize in hostas. Hostas are a shade-loving perennial, and they can grow anywhere. Most of the things that we eat, and I know a lot of people don't like bees, but bees are pollinators, birds are pollinators. Most of your insects are pollinators, but guess what? Okay, so since I was working with you guys, I learned that a pollinator is wind. I said, oh my God, wind is a pollinator. Think about it. It blows pollen from one place to the other. And everything that we eat, that we grow in the grounds, in the crops, and the vegetables, and the farms needs to be pollinated. So pollinators are extremely important to us. Even bats are considered to be pollinators.
One of the most changes I've made is teaching my children the fundamentals of growing, because as I stated earlier, gardening is an art. So we don't tell them how to dig their holes. We provide them with the tools, just like we as an adults are provided with the tool for growth. We give them the tools that they need for growth. One of my children got in the middle of my raised bed and refused to get out. And so we just let him sit there in the raised bed, and he dug the holes and he ate the dirt and he threw the sand, and we just thought it was hilarious. And so it's how they do. It's their collaborative. It's their world. So that is one of the greatest takeaways for me, is knowing that I'm giving them something that one day they may take a liking to with their family, and they'll be able to grow their own food.
I would just like to say that this program that you guys offer for these home daycare providers is awesome. You know, everybody needs to learn something, and I think that you guys make it so non-threatening that these home daycare providers are really eager to get out there with their kids, to get outside, to enjoy some nature, and also to grow some produce that they in turn can use on their menus as they're feeding our children of tomorrow. This is just fun, and thank you for the opportunity.
So the changes are very visible, because when my babies go out to harvest what we planted or what we started from seed, you see the expression on their face. When we can walk out to the garden, and like we did a couple of weeks ago, we were picking cherry tomatoes and we're eating them, because I don't use the fertilizer, so we can eat it right off the vine outside. And so to see the expression, but to be able to tell them that this is a product of what we did, this is a product of what we grew, and they're excited about doing it. So that's one of the greatest takeaways, to know that I have empowered these babies to prosper.